Hi everyone, my name is Kathy. I'm a registered nurse, registered massage therapist, and certified lymphedema therapist. Welcome to the first video in my Skincare for Lymphedema series. When we think about our skin, we often just think about what's on the surface. But the skin is actually the largest organ in our body. It's made up of 3 unique layers, each with an important role. These layers work together to protect us, regulate temperature, sense the world around us, help manage fluid balance, and play an important role in elimination of wastes. In this video, we'll take a closer look at what happens beneath the surface of the skin and how lymphedema can affect each layer. So get comfortable and let's dive in. The epidermis has a top layer of hardened, dead skin cells that help form a barrier that help keep harmful substances out and moisture in. New skin cells are continuously being made just underneath this layer, which then move up to the surface and replace the older dead skin cells. On the epidermis, you will also find beneficial bacteria. They live on the skin and are considered good bacteria, and they act like natural defenders, stopping harmful microbes from multiplying and causing infections. A balanced skin microbiome supports healing when the skin is damaged, protects against irritation, and helps maintain hydration. There's also a protective film made up of a mix of fluid and oil, known as the hydrolipid film. This is secreted by both oil and sweat glands that are found in a deeper layer. This film has natural moisturizing factors to keep skin supple and forms what is known as the acid mantle. The acid mantle keeps the skin slightly acidic, which is important because it helps create an environment where beneficial bacteria can thrive, helps in the removal of dead skin cells, and also aids in the repair when the top layer is damaged. In short, the acid mantle, skin microbiome, and outer cell layer work together to keep your skin strong, healthy, and well defended. Therefore, the functions of the epidermis are to act as a barrier to sun, wind, water, and harmful chemicals, to help deter infection through its tough outer layer and the acid mantle that provides a home for beneficial bacteria, and to help with fluid balance, keeping fluid from getting in or out. The second layer of skin is also called the dermis. It's where everything is happening. It's the thick middle layer of the skin that acts as a strong yet flexible support system for the outer layer. Its firm structure cushions the body from external impacts and keeps the skin durable, stretchy, and resilient. Inside the dermis is a well-organized network of essential components that work together to keep the skin healthy and functional. Main structural components of collagen and elastin and connective tissues provide strength and flexibility. These fibers are found in a gel-like substance, which helps keep water in and helps to maintain the skin's volume and plumpness. Specialized cells called fibroblasts are contained within the dermis that produce and maintain collagen and elastin. You'll also find oil and sweat glands and hair follicles. Also within the dermis, you'll find nerve endings that help detect sensations like temperature, touch, vibration, pain, and pressure. There's also immune cells that support wound healing and defend against infections. The dermis is where the lymphatic system starts. You'll have your initial lymph capillaries here that pick up fluid waste and proteins, and also harmful substances from the tissues. The dermis also has a rich blood supply, which delivers oxygen and nutrients while removing carbon dioxide and metabolic wastes. These structures together make the dermis a powerhouse of protection, healing, sensation, and support. The bottom layer of skin is called the hypodermis and is mostly made up of fatty tissue. The amount of fatty tissue varies depending on where it is in the body. The purpose of the fatty tissue is to provide insulation for us, to act as a shock absorber, and provide some energy storage in the fat cells. In this layer, you'll also find larger sized lymph vessels, nerve fibers, immune cells, and blood vessels. Lymphedema is a chronic condition of swelling related to lymphatic vessel disruption. This can lead to stagnation of fluid, protein, and wastes in the skin layers. Let's have a look at the cycle of lymphedema progression and how it affects each layer of the skin. Changes in the skin that you can see and feel are due to the buildup of wastes, proteins, and fluid in the second layer of the skin. The reduction in nutrients to the top layer of the skin, combined with less oil and sweat production, changes not only the moisture level of the top layer, but also its ability to heal and defend from infection. As a result, the skin can look visibly dry and can become cracked. Cuts and scrapes can also take longer to heal, and it may have a pinkish hue due to the inflammation happening below. Inflammation in the second layer begins a process of tissue thickening known as fibrosis, making the skin firmer, thicker, and less mobile. The thickened tissue crowds out blood and lymph vessels and can make lymph drainage slower and further impede healing at the surface. Just as inflammation affects the top layer of skin, it also affects the bottom layer, the hypodermis. It stimulates an increase in the number of fat cells in the area, which creates changes in the size and shape of the limb and further contributes to decreases in blood and lymph vessel function. As you have seen, the changes that occur within the skin layers due to lymphedema depletes the skin's protective mechanisms and can significantly increase the risk for infection. Cellulitis is a serious skin infection that needs to be recognized early. Signs and symptoms of cellulitis include swelling, heat, redness, and pain. And some people, prior to having these symptoms, will also feel flu-like symptoms, a bit feverish, tired, and just a feeling of not being well. If you have these symptoms, see a doctor as soon as possible. In this video, we've seen how lymphatic vessel disruption affects the skin. Skincare works with other pillars of self-care to break the cycle of progression by preventing injury, reducing inflammation, and decreasing infection risk. Thank you for watching, and if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to my channel so it can reach others who may need it. Be sure to check out my other pillars of self-care videos. See you soon.